What are you going to find out at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini? It's going to be so important. Okay, what are you going to find out at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini? It's going to be ridiculously important, and it's going to provide you with not only this mind-blowing clarity, but also it's going to give you an answer, big, massive, giant answer, which is at the same time going to open your eyes, but it's also going to make you feel so confident about what exactly do you need to commit yourself to at this stage of your life. And that means that this commitment requires from you to put yourself for the first time in your life as a number one, but it also means that you need to give to this commitment your all. The more you give to this commitment, the more happier you're going to be. The more you give to this commitment, the more excited you're going to be. The more you give to this commitment, the sooner your life is going to transform. This is going to make you feel so good about yourself. Indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this week in itself, it's going to be way more significant than you could have possibly imagined. What I want you to understand, that it's what also is going to take place at the beginning of this week, okay? So, this is going to elevate you in itself. You finding out what you're actually going to find out, because it's going to provide you with a big, massive answer, especially when it comes to what exactly do you need to commit yourself to, because that particular answer is going to make you feel really confident about you committing yourself to something really specific. And of course, that this in itself is going to be so obvious, like there is no tomorrow. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, at around the beginning of this week, listen to me very carefully. What am I going to say now? It's not going to be connected to what I've already mentioned. So also, at the beginning of this week, something is really going to inspire you. Something is going to impress you so much. Something is going to impress you at the beginning of this week, but what is going to impress you, it's to do with some kind of a problem and some kind of an issue, very difficult issue, very difficult problem that became like a burden in your life, and it has been a burden in your life for a long time now. I have to be honest with you. So what are you gonna see, and what are you gonna be so impressed by? It's probably how somebody else have dealt with like a similar problem, and this in itself, this is gonna make sense to you like there is no tomorrow. You are going to be inspired by what you're gonna find out as well when it comes to that. What are you gonna become aware of? What this other person or what this other group of people has done, like when it comes to the similar problem or a similar burden in their life. This is going to impress you. This is going to inspire you, and you will most certainly know that you will know what exactly do you need to do. This particular problem and this particular burden that you have in your life, which you've had for a while now. You have to be very careful about it, because this problem is making you feel it has been making you feel really negative, and this problem has been like also kind of making you making things unclear to you, like things that should be clear in the first place. It was just messing things up for you, and it was also because it was obstructing you. That problem was restricting you, and you need to understand that now you will be able to let go of this negativity. This is ever so important, because your own negativity or our negativity can affect us really terribly. Our own negativity can kind of slow down the process of healing. You know, our own negativity can like really affect our confidence on so many different levels. So this is why it's so important for you to snap out of it. Whatever you find out, whatever impressed you in the first place, you know, like inspired you in terms of that particular problem, it's absolutely the right thing to do, because the fog will lift. The fog will lift, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and this in itself is gonna lead towards such an important accomplishment here like there is no tomorrow. You're gonna feel so proud of yourself, and for the first time you are gonna be able to kind of like realize this decision that you're gonna be able to make now. Now you're gonna be able to make an important decision, and you will know which decision this is, because before you couldn't make that decision because you had this problem to start with, but also at the same time you could not see as crystal clear as you're able to see right now, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So it's about this clarity which is indeed going to take over. So this is why this is going to be so important, and this is something which is gonna be like kind of keeping you going, you know, especially when it comes to the decision that you're gonna be able to make that you couldn't make before. And this in itself is just gonna add up, you know, and it's gonna add to this element of excitement, which is gonna be so brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, let me tell you something. At around the beginning of this week, you can literally expect the unexpected. The moment in time something negative happens, okay, and you know, you can expect the unexpected the moment in time something negative happens. Okay, don't be upset, don't be sad, because even this is actually turn out to be really positive for you, and it's something negative which is going to happen. It's actually going to work in your favor, and that's why I'm saying expect the unexpected, because there is a certain news that you're gonna hear that something is coming to an end, and this is first of all gonna be like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And then immediately you will realize, you know, that this is actually to do with an aspect of your life where there was progress was so slow, or it was like all the progress was like a really too slow, or there was no progress whatsoever. And this has been kind of like making you feel uninspired for a while now. And it's also like kind of you're gonna realize what have you been maybe a little bit unrealistic or delusional about. Please don't get me wrong, but this is ever so important, because all this, it's gonna actually make you aware of the fact that now it's a time for some kind of a new venture. And this new venture that I'm talking about here, this is gonna be brilliant, because at the same time, when I say like when you realize like now it's time for new venture, all this is gonna start making sense, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You know, you kind of dealing with that problem, and you dealing with this like kind of like a burden. You dealing with this problem at the beginning of this week. This is immediately going to slap you into your gorgeous face. You know why? Because now, you know, one thing is literally gonna lead into another. You see what's happening here. You see what's going to happen. Expect the unexpected. With something negative, it's going to happen, but then that negative situation is actually going to work in your favor, because something that was making you uninspired and something that there was no progress, you know, in your life, it's actually going to come to an end, because this karmically came to an end a while back. It has been draining your energy as well for a while. So of course that this is going to help you to come on top with things that have been bringing you down, and that in return, it's like gonna kind of make you aware of the fact that now it's time to start a new venture, some kind of a new venture, and you are gonna start becoming really excited, because you will be able to put two and two together, and you will be able to understand that if you did not do anything about this particular problem, about this particular burden, there is absolutely no way whatsoever, there would be no way whatsoever for you to start this new venture. This new venture is so important because it's directly connected to your destiny, directly connected to your karma. This is something that you need to understand, and this is why the beginning of this week has been so crazy and so significant, very complex but very important when it comes to you coming out of something bad. In fact, you're not only coming out of something bad, the fog will lift, but at the same time, you are reconnecting with yourself like never before. All this is going to seem absolutely brilliant, but it's also going to be like a kind of like a really big surprise, really big surprise. But this is why, you see, first you find out a big answer, which gives you confidence what to commit yourself to, and then you're inspired. After that, then you have this inspiration by somebody else, from somebody else, like what to do with a certain problem, certain issue, and then like a day or two later, you can expect the unexpected. When something negative is going to happen, and you're going to be left with absolutely no option but to start some kind of a new venture. But this is something really brilliant. This is something really good, and this new venture which you are going to be thinking about, it has been on your mind for absolute ages. It's not only like, it's not something that is just going to come to you now like poof, new venture, oh yeah, I'm going to start new venture, woo. No, listen. No, this has been on your mind for a while, this particular new venture, but only now you will be able to kind of do this. So this is why this is going to be so important for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, in so many different ways. And also, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's like you are really going to have an unusual dream. You are going to have an unusual dream, and something that you love, it's going to be highlighted here. Something that you love, and something that gives you peace. Something that brings peace into your life. Do you get me? At around the midweek, you are going to have a really unusual dream. And for those of you who didn't dream in a long time, you're going to be like, oh my God, I had a dream last night. That's really weird. But then some of you are maybe not even going to have a dream. But if you don't have a dream, then at around the midweek, you are just going to wake up one morning and suddenly there is something going to be on your mind that you love so much, that brings so much peace to you, but you haven't done that in a very, very long time. So what that is, I think you're going to find out, because you've almost forgotten about it, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And this is when things are going to start becoming really, really interesting to you. You know why? Because you are going to rediscover the missing part of yourself, which is ever so important in this stage when it comes to you reconnecting with yourself. It's very, very important when it comes to this stage of your life. You have no idea how important this week is going to be. And this in itself is playing an integral part when it comes to your spiritual journey. So there you go, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So you're either going to remember this strange and unusual dream really vividly, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe what I dreamt. I dreamt, something that I absolutely love, that I used to do all the time, this used to bring so much peace into my life, So you're either going to remember this through your dream, or if you don't remember your dream, it's going to come to you in a form of where you're going to wake up one morning and this particular thing is going to be on your mind. Why? Because you dreamt about it the night before. So the most important element of that dream is going to be highlighted to you the first thing you wake up in the morning, because we are still part of the different dimension. I said this before, when we sleep, we have astral projections, we travel towards all sorts of dimensions. We have astral projections almost every night. We travel in our dreams, but we don't remember. We don't necessarily remember. Maybe sometimes we never remember. But what we do remember and what we are aware of when we wake up in the morning and there is something on our mind, something so odd, so strange and so unusual, and we feel this absolutely mind-blowing great sense of urgency to do something about it. Well, there you go, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is important when it comes to your personal revolution. You have to take that missing part of yourself. You need to reconnect with it and bring it into this present moment, because this is something that is missing in your life right now. But as soon as you realize what this is, in exactly 27 days, after that moment in time, as soon as you realize what this is, as soon as you start kind of working on it, or as soon as you start considering it, seriously, you will see that there is going to be a brand new opportunity. The brand new opportunity, which is going to be like a pretty much so the brand new door are about to open. What is going to be behind this door, you're not going to be able to believe. And yet again, this is to do with you finding out certain things about yourself and about your life. For example, what you feel so strongly connected to, and you never felt that before. And that in itself, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be the beginning of time where you are not going to be able to believe how much your life is going to transform and how much is your life going to change just because you decided to take this seriously. This in itself is going to change your life. This is not going to be obvious whatsoever, but one thing is going to lead into another. One discovery is going to lead towards another discovery, and you will purely be following the way you feel, in terms of vibration and in terms of this optimism, in terms of your passion. This is your guiding light, and see where this is going to take you. My gorgeous Sagittarini, you're not going to be able to believe. And it's all going to start as you just remembering a certain aspect of yourself, something that you love and something that brings peace. Well, this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is your guiding light towards probably one of the most unusual and one of the most remarkable experiences of your entire life, where every single aspect is going to change just because of that. It's gonna start like something that it's gonna start like this, something that you love, you used to do, something that brought peace to you while you were doing it, and all this, it's gonna lead ultimately towards one of your biggest dreams becoming a reality. And that in itself is gonna happen in 2025. Okay, don't be angry like, oh my god, where did he go now to do? It's gonna happen at the beginning, roughly at the beginning of 2025, roughly at around the actual month of January. You will become aware of the fact that one of the biggest dreams of yours is about to become reality. And it's completely connected to this. And for the love of God, if you try to think right now what this is exactly, how this is going to happen, absolutely no way. You're not gonna get anywhere, because this is gonna be so powerful in itself. And when something is so powerful, it's also very, very unpredictable. And even to those people who are the best psychic or the most intuitive, there are certain things that are completely unpredictable. Why? Because they're meant to be sacred. Why? Because you're meant to respond to certain things in a spontaneous ways. Why? Because your response is completely different when you're spontaneous rather than when you're overthinking. And this is why you project things that are natural rather than artificial. My gorgeous Sagittarini, wow. And also, what else I was going to say, this is really important. There is this really kind of at around the midweek, this amazing person you are going to come across. Somebody very good looking, perhaps me. No, I'm joking. Somebody really gorgeous, somebody like amazing, me. No, I'm joking. Seriously, I'm being serious now. 8 around the midweek, okay? 8 around the midweek, you are going to come across somebody gorgeous, somebody like really good looking, somebody very attractive. And I'm going to talk about those of you who are like maybe single now. You're going to come across this like really amazing looking person, like very attractive. You're going to find this person attractive in like every possible way, honestly. But you need to be really clever here. So if you're single and you come across somebody who's so gorgeous, run on miles. Run away from this person in an opposite direction for miles. Because you, on one hand, you're going to find this person so attractive, those of you who are single, you're going to find this person so attractive. So, wow, everything is going to be like really around that person. Everything will be going for it, for this person. But there is something which is going to be telling you, no, there is something not right. There is something not right. You're absolutely right, baby. This is a bloody devil here. This is the, look. Absolutely no, baby, no. Do not ignore your intuition. This is like some kind of a devil here, but it's gonna be like a temptation out of this world, out of this world. You're gonna feel temptation like never before. But I would really warn you to be very, very careful, because this is not somebody good whatsoever. You know, it's like a devil in flesh, really, how I see this person. Somebody who's like going around, see? Thanks, love, confirming. Somebody who's like sleeping around, somebody who's like constantly playing around. You just can't trust this person whatsoever. Come on, man. Like, no, baby, no. No, baby, no. But your intuition is going to be guiding you, because I know that your intuition, it's gonna be God. Where did I get these cards? They're so old. Yeah, this intuition, it's gonna be guiding you. So you will know. So it's entirely up to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's entirely down to you what you're going to do with this person. If you go forward, you'll get yourself burned in so many different ways. So I would say absolutely no, baby, no. Yet again, pay attention to your intuition so you don't get hurt. I don't trust this person whatsoever. This person is dishonest, they're lying, they're sleeping around, they're not who they claim to be. They're good looking, like really good looking, ridiculously good looking. I'll give them that. But there's nothing more to it. It is a bit of a substance to this person, but it's more like in terms of like when someone is complex, you know, then that automatically kind of creates like a substance about a person, because you want to find out why is that person complex and things like that. Well, I'm like that anyway. But this is something that you need to be careful about. Same if you are in relationship and you don't want any do you know what I mean? If you're in a relationship and you don't want none of the extras, sorry, if you're in relationship and you're not in a relationship and you're not looking for anybody, then this is going to be like somebody who's going to come in a form of a friend, like a really good looking friend, somebody who's going to be like, oh, this is potential friend for me. But then again, something it's going to be telling you, no, baby, no. Don't. Stay away from this person. You say certain secrets to this person, the whole world will know. These bastards are only good for things like if you do want everybody to know something, then you say something to this type of person. Otherwise, no, baby, no, stay away. So if you're in a relationship, then this would come in as a friend, good-looking friend, new friends, stay away. And for example, if you are not in a relationship, if you are not looking for a relationship whatsoever, I understand that completely, then that means that this is also going to come in through as a form of a friend, but there is still something not going to be quite right around this person. So I would literally stay away, like, oh my God, and I run in an opposite direction on miles. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, para pam pa pa pa. pararam, Sagittarini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, Sagitterini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, Sagitterini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, pam 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 para pam para pam pa 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 pararam pam 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 param pam 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 para pam para pam pa 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 pararam pam 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 param pam 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 para pam para pam pa 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 pararam. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Raise your vibration. That's why I'm singing to you, so I can elevate you. Listen. At around the midweek also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know what, I'm not being funny, but you are going to see this person who is going to remind you of somebody in your childhood. There is somebody who is like gonna remind you of somebody really specific in your childhood. And what it is gonna happen here is this is your clue. This is your clue, what you need to pay attention to. It's not about you coming across somebody randomly who reminds you of a specific person in your childhood. But at that moment in time, you will be brought to the certain aspect of your life, to the certain aspect in your childhood, and you will realize, what do you need to do to speed something up? What do you need to do to speed something up? And you will realize, what do you need to speed up? You will actually realize, what do you need to hurry up with? What do you need to hurry up with? And this is something that you need to really take on board as seriously as you possibly can. Okay, what exactly do you need to hurry up with? Because that in itself is gonna really kind of be so beneficial, because not that long after, and there is a certain move that you're gonna do. There is something that you're gonna do, because you will not know how you're gonna do this, but there is a very interesting news that you're gonna get a day or two after. And that interesting news that you're gonna get, it's also like kind of going to remind you of that aspect of your life, and that particular, and now you're gonna realize exactly what to do. And this in itself is gonna make you extremely kind of confident about, what you're gonna do here, what is going to be on your mind. But also at the same time, you are gonna make a really, really smart decision, because you will know based on that news how exactly you're gonna speed that up. So this is yet again the direct result of your own manifestation. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, there is somebody that is gonna need your help here. There is there is somebody who is gonna be like a little bit rude to you here. Sorry, that's what I was going to say. There is somebody who is gonna be a little bit rude to you at around the midweek, and I don't really like this person, because somebody is being persistently really rude to you and really horrible to you. And then you need to like really kind of sit down and have a conversation with this person. You need to come to the bottom of the certain problem. I do see that somebody is persistently, honestly persistently, is keep on like breaking your heart. And this doesn't have to be necessarily Mr. Lover. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be necessarily Mr. Lover. It could be like your best, it could be like your friend, it could be a family member, or it could be Mr. Lover. Do you know what I mean? But somebody's keep on like breaking your heart over and over again. You're gonna need to sit down and talk to that person. And I don't know, because there is something I don't like here. Because that person is also going to try to make you do something you don't want to do. Maybe in terms of investment or something like that. No, baby, no. Do not give in whatsoever. You need to sit down and come to the bottom of this problem. There is somebody that is keep on breaking your heart over and over again. Okay? And you need to come to the bottom of this. Okay, and also when this person this person may be a little bit pushy when it comes to you doing something that that person wants, or invest into something. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? You need to do what you want to do. Don't give your power away. Very important. So now I'm getting to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Now we are talking. Now this is what I was going to say. There is somebody who is in your family or within the circle of people that are very close to you, very important to you. You love this person, okay? Whether this is like maybe friend who has been in your life for a very, very long time, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever. Maybe it's a friend who you know all your whole life. Because sometimes friends that you know for whole life, they show as a family members when it comes to the cards, when it comes to the actual reading, you see. But I see it as a family member, so don't get me wrong, you know. I see as a family member will be going through something very, very difficult. Very difficult. And this family member is somebody who you love, somebody who you feel connected to. I love this person so much. Somebody pure, somebody gorgeous, somebody genuine, somebody beautiful, somebody so perfect to me. I would get on with this person in every aspect of everything. I would get on with this person. This person has a power that to elevate people. This person makes people feel so good about themselves. You know, beautiful person, very spiritual as well. So there is a problem. There is going to be problem with this person. That person will be going through something very, very difficult, something a little bit scary, and something a little bit difficult, and like that person will be going through something very, very, very difficult, and you will be aware of it. Well, what am I about to say? God, I'm starting to eat my words. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so what am I trying to say here is that this person will be going through something very difficult, very scary, very dark. And I know you're gonna say that I'm crazy, but the way to heal this person is to get them an animal. Maybe that person has an animal already. If they have an animal already, then that's the answer, to spend as much time around that animal already. But if that person hasn't got an animal, then an animal like is going to be able to heal them. Animals are very, very powerful. Animals are extremely powerful when it comes to our healing. Animals can have such an impact on people's lives that they can save people's lives, literally. They can change people's lives almost in an instant, you know. So I know that this sounds really crazy, but their life is gonna transform if you get them an animal. Maybe, I don't know, an animal, do you know what I mean? Like a dog or a cat or a bird or anything really, you know. And this is the answer to that person, because I think you're gonna wonder, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So this is what you need to do. You need to get them an animal, and this person is going to heal. Yeah, like nothing would heal this person faster than the actual animal. So that's my message, and that's really, really important indeed. And also, my God, you've got so much going on this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. By the time I finish, it's gonna be August, I think. It's August. I'm still like, yeah, now you're gonna have to do this. Now, honestly. I'll finish by August, and then I'm gonna go on my holidays, yeah? No, I'm joking. That is the time when I normally go and disappear, like about a month. You know, I always disappear 1 month or so, even longer sometimes. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm so secretive. No, I'm not. No, anyway, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, also at around the end of this week, you know, at around the end of this week, you really kind of, someone is going to surprise you here. One particular person is going to surprise you. One particular person is going to, you're going to feel like, oh my God, I helped this person out so much, so many, nothing to do with this first person. Nothing to, I move on from this gorgeous person here. This is a different person now. Okay, I hope I'm not too confusing, but there is another person who is really gonna, somebody who you did so many things for, and you were so good to this person, you were so amazing to this person, but that person is gonna do something kind of negative to you, and you're gonna be like, wow, is that my thank you for everything I have done? And you know, this is going to throw you out of balance a little bit, because you're also going to find out that person has been a little bit dishonest about something. But you know what? This is actually going to be brilliant for you, because this is not a bad thing. This is nothing that you didn't know before, but there is something that will surprise you, kind of. But there is nothing that you didn't know before. But why is this situation gonna be so rewarding to you? Because after that, you will want to be by yourself a little bit, almost like you're gonna be upset a little bit. You're gonna be by yourself a little bit, and you're gonna be like upset a little bit, and then this energy, it's going to be so powerful, because it's going to open your mind towards the possibilities that you would never open your mind towards, but you should have a long time ago. So this is why this is going to be so important. It's going to open your mind towards different possibilities, because this particular person is no longer going to have a power over you. So this is really going to liberate you, and it's going to set you free. So this is why this is going to be so rewarding, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Indeed. And also, one more thing, at around the end of this week, you're going to hear us, you have such a good news about, you know, this is going to be really personal to you, but it's a lot to do with you, you having an outcome of your past efforts, you know. It's not only that, not only that you're going to feel very happy when it comes to this, but also big answer, another big answer you're going to have in terms of how long is something going to take as well, which is in itself going to be such a positive experience, because the answer you're going to find out is going to be amazing. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.